cards you are dealt. Life is not about holding good cards, but having the ability to play the ones you do have well. Our time at CCGS has been a 13-card straight, full of tricks, jokers, and the occasional bluff. Year 12, 2013, sits before you as a deck of cards, split into 4 suits, but together, playing the same game. Just as each year is a different hand, regardless of if you have played all 13 or joined us only for the past 2, we now unite in an attempt to beat the house, the Board of Studies. We'd love to share some of the experiences that we've had at each table, with each dealer, and with each other.
Shuffling the Central Coast in 2001 for possible students, CCGS was dealt their last hand of Generation Y, 20 of which remain. Kings and Queens asserted themselves at the top of the infants' playground, the food chain in the form of Anna and Max. As we moved into the prep playground, the school added to the existing deck. Games evolved from hide and seek and snap to Pokemon, Tamagotchi, and unforgettably, the glory days of handball. Experiencing our first camp in cabins with heating and blankets gave us an insight into just how cool the natural landscape could be. The first of many such realizations. Pen licenses began to reflect status. Scoobies were traded as currency, no less valuable than yummy drummies, and laptops opened our eyes to the wonders of the internet. Our grade was beginning to learn how to play the game and utilise each card. Race 1, and we moved up the stairs into the realm of Year 6. Another joker in Sam Cadman was introduced to the deck, coinciding with what can only be termed as the relationship revolution. As hugs became more acceptable, holding hands was a must, but kissing was still social taboo. Our deck was full of pairs. Kings and Queens would crown the heads of their respective suits, as the junior house captains ruled the prep yards with iron fists. It was time to move on from our junior school dealers, Mr. Stewart and Mrs. Payton, who were always trying to turn the odds in our favour. For this, we cannot thank you enough. The deck was shuffled again. High school presented an opportunity that was marked by multiple dealers, different cards in each subject, and a handshake from Mr. Bennett every morning at the top gate. The idea of being high rollers from leaving the junior school was quickly replaced by the free fall to the bottom of the middle school pile. As assignments mounted, counting cards developed into the norm, as Wikipedia was used to bluff intelligence. Our middle school lives were marked by a few busts, the majority of the grades' mouths being overridden by braces, broken limbs assuring at least one day of post-holiday popularity, and as part of a full school literacy overhaul, PE was swiftly replaced by lessons in how to use commas. Some of the most memorable experiences from our time in middle school included Ben Killen throwing his books onto Mrs. Jones's coffee and consequently laughing, Tim Ward rolling up his pants and wading into the lake, driven by his desire to play lunchtime soccer, and having the girls discover makeup, only to be subject to the Mrs. Lynch enforced tissue test. This period of our lives was unforgettable. Our deck began to build its identity, but could not have thrived without its final trick. For the last time, we were shuffled and dealt into senior college, quite literally, changing suits. This was it. The stakes were high, and the dealers and Ms. McDonough and Mr. Horsley introduced the concept of study, one largely unfounded until the start of Year 12, if at all. In true 2013 style, having our formal on Friday the 13th and emulating all things that are unlucky, we were blessed enough to be the last year to experience the joys of the school certificate. 17 of us were dealt a privileged hand, sitting at tables everywhere from Japan to Wales, meeting players from around the world in an exchange program. This was also the time where our deck became smaller, a few players choosing to fold, leaving the school to be dealt a new hand in a new field. Year 11 saw the introduction of ranks, resulting in everyone playing their cards a little closer to their chests. The Board of Studies loomed as the house always wins was at the forefront of everyone's mind. Our final camp odyssey was undoubtedly one of the most memorable experiences for all, complemented only by Cameron Mellon's blue morph suit wiggle. The Cambodian Vietnam tour sent shockwaves through the grave, as word got out that Pud left his passport on the plane, his key in the hotel room door, and forgot the password to his own safe. Not to take away from the experience that was. Prefectship loomed as emotions ran high. dealers were inundated with volunteers, house debating teams suddenly became popular, and Year 11's school spirit was at an all-time high. It was time to go all in. Year 12 was upon us. As we moved into the common room, this full house became the catalyst for our deck becoming more united and distinguishing itself from the others. Our final hand was dealt. No more bets, no more cards. We needed to work with what we had. 2013 started a style true to our deck, a humble egg and spoon relay escalating into an all-out egg war, reflecting summer frustrations but simultaneously clearing the palette for the most important year of our lives today. The deck of students sitting before us will always come up trumps. We support each other, we challenge each other, and most importantly, we act for each other. Most notably since the commencement of senior college, our deck has moved away from being multiple decks on the same table to one deck with a distinctive personality. Our time at CCGS has been an incredible journey. We have laughed together and cried together, played sport together and studied together, loved each other and hated each other. But at the end of 13 years, regardless of how many of us spent here, we will always have graduated together.
We have had the privilege to be the first three of a kind after all the pairs to represent this incredible school, and it has been an honour to lead Year 12 2013, a unique deck by any standard. Our time as head prefect has allowed us to grow as leaders and people. The support we have had over the past 12 months has allowed and encouraged us to thrive in this environment. The opportunity of being school captains at this unbelievable school is an experience we will not soon forget. And each one of you in this room, either directly or indirectly, has helped us throughout the year. Over the past 12 months, we have met the Prime Minister, hosted International Women's Day, and put on a coast-wide prefect afternoon tea, none of which would have happened without the support we have had. Without the incredible teachers, supporting staff, students from other grades, and of course our families and friends, the three of us, and furthermore the whole grade, would not be able to succeed like we have. In our attempt to beat the house, all of your contributions have surely been turning the odds in our favour. For this, we cannot thank you enough. There are a few special dealers that must be celebrated and appropriately thanked, as their contribution cannot be measured in hours or marks, but more so the kind of students and people that they produce. It is these people in particular that have made our time at CCGS memorable. First and foremost, to each of our families. The past 13 years would not be possible without your undeniable, infallible and unwavering support. Whether it was your fifth turn at the HSC or you've just been dealt with first year 12 hands, you have experienced the absolute highs, the deepest lows, and everything in between. Our results have been your results. Our social lives have become your worst nightmares. But this school, this catalyst for growth that we are all a part of, is common ground. It is this place that has always brought us back together. You encourage us at every turn to grab each opportunity with both hands and have given us the tools to navigate our way through each of these obstacles that this stage of our life, extending well past the HSC, has presented. Thank you. Secondly, our Head of Senior College, Miss McDonough, if you wouldn't mind standing. You have supported the three of us and our whole grade without hesitation. You encourage us to take risks, be the instigator of student-driven change, but the thing we love about you the most is that you will always celebrate our achievements. Regardless of if we only got a 4 cards straight and fell short, you remind us that we are still ace high. And it has given us the confidence and enthusiasm to keep pushing for great results in all endeavours. We hope that the forthcoming years get to experience this uplifting personality you display every day. Thank you. Mr. Horsley, if you wouldn't mind coming up on stage. You are compassionate, you truly have our best interests at heart, and we can trust you to have anything and everything done. Your sincere passion for our success, both at school, but also in developing our skills for the future, does not go unnoticed. Your contributions cannot be overstated. We thank you for everything that you do, and as you move on to your next venture, we wish you all the best. We have had the absolute privilege of your enthusiasm over the past 3 years. You will be missed. As you move into whichever stage of your life follows CCGS, your humility, your contributions, and our relationships will be remembered. If success is measured by the impact you have, then you have been outstandingly successful. You're a big part of who we are as students and as people. You're a joker, a dealer, and a player, all at our table. Mr. Horsley, thank you.
Sit down, he says.
Mr. Lowe, if you wouldn't mind standing up. Your genuine passion for growth is contagious, and you have given us the tools and support we have needed to implement programs both within our own school and the wider community. The opportunities that you have made available to us is second to none. The school could not be the place it is without you today. Thanks for your support, trust, and eagerness for us to succeed. We would like to pass on our special thanks to Mrs. Sharp. Could you please come up on stage, Mrs. Sharp?
Go.
You work tirelessly in making our ideas come to fruition. If we want to order flush, Mrs. Sharp will have the 10, Jack, Queen, King, and Ace ready the next morning. You have been instrumental in our success as a grade, but more specifically, allowing us as a head prefect team to thrive. We could not organise our thoughts into action like you have. Thank you for turning our barely feasible ideas into an outstanding reality. Mrs. Curtis, if you could please come on stage.
That's a nice touch, isn't it?
We can turn to you in time of need. You have all the information we will want, and then some more. Study skills, university, options, and whenever we need someone to calm us down and tell us everything is alright, we can and have turned to you. Our house coordinators, Mr. Knox, Mrs. Judd, Mrs. Vickers, and Mrs. Peebles, can you please come on stage? And house captains, please. You are always there when we need someone to talk to, cry to, or complain to. Your efforts in helping us succeed are demonstrated every day. When we needed something, you've always been there for us. You are truly the kings and queens of your respective suits. teachers. If you please wouldn't mind standing where you are sitting. You are more than just educators to the 120 students here today. Without exception, you go beyond your duties as teachers and adopt roles closer to mentors and friends. You actively prepare us for post-CCGS life by leading by example and tailoring our school experience on an individual basis. The identity of our school is shaped around the brilliant teachers that demonstrate their passion daily. Your dedication to us is unsurpassed. Thank you for being so paramount in shaping the identity of our deck, but also for helping us understand the tricks of the house.
I have the privilege of speaking last because I've changed the final edit that the girls have seen on the speech. I've had the privilege, the honour and the pleasure of being the thorn between two incredible roses. These two girls have a myriad of achievements between them, only set to increase. Jess will be one of the best neurologists our world has ever seen, and after Georgia wins at the Rio Olympics, she's going to excel in whatever she wants. The ideas that they've had, the accuracy with which they can implement those ideas, and the feedback that they receive from the implementation is a skill I envy and truly respect. These girls are my best friends, my rock in times of need. I love you, I will miss you, but I know that this is not the end of our relationship. And if you would do the favour of joining me in applauding their efforts, I'd be grateful. Here we are, leave of service. Life's great forward-looking ceremony. A trick that works every time. From this day forward, you will have always graduated from Central Coast Grammar. If the three of us have learned anything, and I sincerely hope we have, it's this. Good judgment will come from experience, but experience comes from bad judgment. So go out and be willing to make mistakes. I hope we've all learnt enough to recognise how little we know, or at least how little we know now. Today, we leave with the tools to hone our skills in whatever game we choose to play. As we come to an end of our time at CCGS, we will be dealt into countless different fields. Whether we go to university, to TAFE, into the Defence Force, or anything in between, we will continue to learn and grow. For today is just the beginning. It's where we go from here that matters. As we graduate and scatter into the winds, I urge you to do whatever you do, for no other reason than you love it and believe in its importance. Resist the comforts of complacency, the paralysis of instant gratification, and be worthy of your advantages. Read as a matter of principle, listen as a matter of self-respect, and observe as an enriching staple of life. Dream big, work hard, think for yourself. Love everything you love everyone you love, with all your might, and do so with a sense of urgency. The fulfilling life, the distinctive life, and the relevant life is an achievement, not something that will fall into your lap because you're a nice person. In Australia, we have the fundamental right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Quite an active verb pursuit, which leaves, I think, very little time to waste on things that don't make you happy. Decide in your heart what really excites and challenges you, and start moving your life in that direction. Every decision you make, from what you eat to how you spend your time, turns you into who you are tomorrow and the next day. Look at who you want to be and start sculpting yourself into that person. You may not be exactly where you thought, but you will be doing that in which you believe. Don't let life randomly kick you into an adult you don't want to become. So the point is clear. Get busy, have at it, don't wait for inspiration, go and find it. Before we all finish school and get our YOLO on, Let me point out the logic of that trendy little phrase. Because you can and should live not merely once, but every day of your life. Rather than you only live once, it should be you live only once. But Elu doesn't really have the same ring to it. None of this day seizing, this Eluing, should be mistaken for self-indulgence. Like accolades ought to be, the fulfilled life is a consequence, a gratifying byproduct that you get when you're thinking about more important things. Go and sit at the high roller table, not for the money, but to embrace the challenge, meet new people, and improve your game. Win the trick so you can celebrate your achievements, not so others can congratulate you. Travel to Europe so you can be in Europe, not so you can cross it off your list and congratulate yourself on being worldly. Exercise free will and independent thought, not for the satisfactions they will bring you, but for the good that they will do the other 7 billion of us. To the Year 11s, and all students moving through their time at CCGS or any other high school, a few lessons. Make it very clear that the car park is only for Year 12s. The microwave is strictly for food. And when you're told to clean the common room, do it. It benefits you. Embrace this school, this challenge, this environment, because we have it pretty good. When you have the opportunity, go and say thanks. Thank your family, thank your teachers, thank your friends, and thank anyone else around you, because if you don't, they won't know that they've had such a profound impact on your life. The most special thank yous don't happen at grandiose events like this, but they are an event in their own right. Do it for yourself and for others. Those that are not appreciated will fail to understand that they are doing the right thing. And whoever you're thinking about right now is the person you need to thank this afternoon. Our final piece of advice is to trust the system. Effort will be rewarded, loyalty is valued, and helping others goes further than you think. It may not be the result you envisaged, but the universe will not lead you astray. So go and help yourself. In the spirit of saying thank you, Year 12 2013 have a present for the school. In light of the inaugural John Bosenberg House Spirit Award to graduating students, our grade has the privilege of donating a John Bosenberg House Spirit Cup. The cup will be officially donated on the forthcoming foundation day, but this cup will stand for some fundamental principles that amazing people like Mr. B hold dear. We hope that it will encourage participation, strengthen an already strong house system, and be a symbol for grades working together for a common goal. It's not easy to repay what the school has given us, but we hope that this cup will serve as an icon for Mr. B and our grade. Today's a sad day. Some of us will never see each other again. Today is also a happy day. Some of us will never see each other again. You are dealt the cards you are dealt. Life is not about holding good cards, but playing the ones you do have well. Whether that's subject choice or circumstances well beyond your control, you cannot hand cards back to the dealer. Our deck is unique. Our deck has found its feet at exactly the right time, and our deck is one. Make for yourselves, please, for your sake and for ours, extraordinary lives. It's been an absolute pleasure representing the Year 12 class of 2013. A real honour to be a part of it. Good luck and congratulations.